Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I am posting my first bridal makeup video, and as you could see it is a bit different, but it is at the same time modern and winter autumn appropriate because of the coppery shades on the eyes, very sparkly. And I assure you this is going to be so easy because I only focused on the eyes using very simple techniques, not so makeupy and perfected, if you know what I mean. So if you already like what you see here on my face, then please keep watching. So first I'm going to tell you what we are going to use for the base today. We are going to start with a glowing primer, and then I'm going to follow by a pore filling primer in certain areas on the face, and after that I'm going to use the foundation. For the two primer products, I think you could use whatever you have, just make sure to have one that is glowy and one that is pore filling. But for the foundation I actually have two to recommend to you. You could either use this or that, and the first one is the Dior Star foundation. As you know, I am so in love with this foundation. It has an SPF of 30, it is long wearing, but at the same time the SPF doesn't flash back in photos. Actually this photographs amazingly. And the other option I have for you is the MAC Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, which is this one, and I'm going to use this one today because I'm not going out in the sun, so I think this would be great. These both are very similar and they have the same skin-like finish, full coverage using very minimal amount. So I think you could either get this or that. This is more travel friendly because it comes in a plastic squeeze tube, and yes, we'll know about it more when you see me applying it. So I'm starting with the glowy base. This is by TROPEZ and this is called a Skin Illuminator, and this is in the shade Rose, and it has glycerin in it, so it's going to help your makeup stay better on your face. And now I'm following with this REVITALIFT Magic Blur, and I'm just going to use this here close to my nose and on my cheeks where I might have a bit more enlarged pores. So I'm just taking some of that here close to my cheeks, and I'm just going to press it and try to distribute this product so well, taking it a bit under the eyes because it helps smooth the surface of the skin. Now I'm using MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, and I'm just going to take a very small amount. My shade is NC30, and the first tool I'm going to use today is the Beauty Blender, because I think don't venture with any brush on your wedding day. Go with a Beauty Blender whether you have oily skin or dry skin, because it is not going to irritate any dryness on your face, and if you have oily skin it is just going to help absorb any extra oil on your skin. So this is a great little tool. As you could see, I tried to buff the foundation really well into my skin so that it doesn't look very heavy, but it exposed some of the blemishes that I had and some of the redness here. So I am going to follow with a concealer, and the best concealer that I've mentioned in my previous video is the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and this is also in the shade NC30. And I'm going to use the second tool, which is going to be an eyeliner brush like this one. I don't use this for eyeliner, to be honest, but I find it great for spot concealing. So all you have to do is very lightly try to swirl the brush into the concealer and then start painting over the blemish only. I'm now going to leave the under eye concealer until I finish my eye makeup, but first, before I start with my eyeshadow, I want to set my eyelids with some kind of powder, and I'm using this powder, which is the Ben Nye Banana Powder. This is a yellow tinted powder. I'm just going to take it on a fluffy brush just like that, and I'm going to apply it on my lids. Today I wanted to do something different for the eyes, something probably different from your typical bridal makeup, and I'm going to use only two eyeshadows, but these will look amazing, especially if you are a modern bride. You like something trendy but still beautiful, natural, effortless, and so easy to do. Something that you could do yourself and be proud of the outcome. So I have two products with me today. The first one is, no surprise, my MUA Makeup Academy single eyeshadow in the shade 28, and this is a very nice reddish bronzy shade that is so sparkly and so nice. And I am going to use my finger for a start. I am then going to take the same brush that I used to apply the powder on my eyes and start to buff this onto the lid, and I'm going high in a round shape. And you notice that I took this shade up here to the front of my brow, and that is intentional, that's fine. The same thing on the other eye. And now, after I buffed this really well into my eyelids, I'm just going to intensify the shade only on the mobile lid using my finger again. Now that I am satisfied with the intensity, I'm just going to take some of the eyeshadow under my lower lash line. And this time I'm switching brushes and I'm using this very soft smudger brush. This is by HD Brows, and I love it so much for going under the eyes with shadows because it's precise enough, but at the same time it helps create a beautiful smoky effect. And you see that we've done all that using one eyeshadow. Now I'm going to use another very affordable eyeshadow, and this is by Makeup Revolution. And these are the kind of eye foils that are creams, but they set and they come with a sealing gel. I'm not going to use the sealing gel today. This one is called Magnificent Copper, and it really complements the MUA shade on the eye. It is very intense, very sparkly. This is a beautiful rose gold shade, so I'm going to use my finger to pat it on the middle of the eyelid, just like that, and use my other finger to blend. On the other eye, the same, applied with one finger and blended with the other. Taking my blending brush again and going over this to help it set. And now going again with whatever left on my finger, and I'm going to press again on both eyelids and blend with the other finger. And I really wanted to keep this easy and simple, so I'm not going to use any eyeliner on the top lash line. I'm instead going to take a black kohl, just a regular black kohl, inside the waterline, trying to find something that is long lasting and something that sets. And using my smudger brush again with nothing on it, I'm just going to try and blend the black with the copper on the lower lash line so that it blends well and looks nice and smoky. Try to use a mascara that is waterproof and long wearing, and probably if you want you could wear some false lashes. I would recommend using individuals or corner lashes so that they look more comfortable during the day. Today I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Shocking Extensions Mascara. I've applied my mascara, I'm just going to go and do my eyebrows. Today I'm going to use a pencil and I'm going to set my brows with a brow powder as well. Now after doing my eyebrows, I'm just going to clean under my brow bone with a highlight shade, and this is definitely going to help blend the eyeshadow furthermore. And for under eye concealer, I'm going to introduce two products. The first one is going to be a corrector, and it is going to be super light, so it is not very full coverage but very corrective, and I've talked about this a lot in the past. This is the Garnier BB Roll-On. This is an orangey tone corrector that is very hydrating, doesn't build texture under the eyes, so it doesn't emphasize dry areas or wrinkles. So I'm just going to take this under my eyes and I'm just using my finger to blend this in, and I do not want it to go and overlap with the eyeshadow under the lower lash line, so I'm just tapping and being a bit careful with my blending. Now I'm going to use another type of concealer, and this is not a concealer actually, this is the Touche Eclat, and it is like a clicky pen, and these are like brighteners or highlighters. So I'm just going to give it a couple of clicks and I'm just going under my eyes with that. This is, I think, shade 105. They have lots of shades from 1, I think, to 4 probably. And this is very light coverage, so again, it's not going to build texture under the eyes, it's just going to give you some light. And now I'm just going to set my under eyes with powder, and I'm going heavy and using my finger. This is the same banana powder that I use for my eyelids. Now I'm just dusting the powder from my under eyes, and now I'm going to highlight, and I'm using this very affordable item, which is the KIKO water eyeshadow, I think, and this is in the shade 208, and this is a dupe for MAC Whisper of Guilt highlighter. This is gold, very beautiful, works wet or dry. I'm just going to use it dry as my highlighter today, and I found the best way to use it first is take it on the finger and apply it and then blend it with a brush. And then after applying it here on my cheekbones, I'm just going to dust it off using a brush. And I'm using this palette, which is a dupe for Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and this is by Makeup Revolution. It has 3 shades that could be used as highlighters or setting powders, and I like to take the first one. I think this is a dupe for dim light because it is really not shiny at all, and just going to set my under eyes with this one very lightly. It is not going to be shimmery at all, it's just going to emphasize the light under your eyes. And now I'm going to apply my cheek product, which is this very beautiful blush by Laura Geller. This is called Pink Grapefruit, and I think this suits many skin tones. It looks so natural, so subtle and glowy at the same time, and I'm not going to use any other product, not a bronzer, no contour. And many people might feel that a bride should use a contour, but I don't think that this is a rule. I'm going for something modern and different today, and I'm going to show you a trick in order to sculpt your cheekbones without using a contour or a bronzing product. So I'm first going to apply this blush, and I'm taking the blush a bit down towards where you might put your contour, but not heavily, so that everything blends better together. I'm then going on with the trick to sculpt the cheekbones and using this highlighting product that I use under the eyes, the Touche Éclat, under my cheekbone in this area. Apply some very light layer, and again using the beauty blender to blend it in place so that it gives a highlighted effect under the jawline, under the cheekbone, and this way you would feel that you are contoured without contour. I think if I look this way, you will see that I have some definition under my cheekbones. And now to the final step, which is the lipstick. You are free to use reds, dark colors. I think you might go the way you want with your lip product. Go with a thing that you feel comfortable wearing. If you are someone who wears dark lipstick on a daily basis, I don't see any reason why you can't wear a red on your wedding day. I am going to line my lips with a nude lip pencil so that it makes applying the lipstick easier. You could totally go nude if you like applying this lip liner and that's it. But for me, I'm going to go a bit bold, and using this brownish red shade is so, I think, modern and winter autumn appropriate. And now use this matte lipstick by Makeup Academy, and this is only £1, great to mattify any lipstick color, and I think this is in the shade Fawn or Fawn Fancy. Look guys, I hope you like it. The lip is absolutely bold. The eyeshadow is so simple but sparkly and festive and wedding-like, and I think it's so easy to achieve. So I hope you enjoyed this kind of different wedding tutorial bridal look, and I think if you are a wedding guest you could still wear this, and the lip option is so personal. You could go from reds to bright pinks to nudes to neutrals, anything that you might find that suits you best. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up because this will help other people to see my video. And if you are new to my channel, please do not forget to check my other videos and subscribe if you enjoyed some of my videos, and I will see you again very soon. Until then, please be safe. Bye.